full force type stuff. You know what I mean? I thought it was like it was a hard shot, but it wasn't. Like I just hit him so clean, like where I hit him at, snapped his neck and everything. And if somebody neck turn like that.
Now you gotta wait. Now you gotta do this rematch, bro. If this don't motivate you, I don't know what will. You know what I'm saying? Because like his name right now is getting through the mud.
Back down from nothing. I damn sure ain't never wanted to come second to anything. So,
Davis is fired up and ready for redemption in his highly anticipated rematch against Lamont Roach. In their first encounter, Davis talked a big game but failed to deliver. This time he's coming in more aggressive, laser-focused, and determined to finish the job with a knockout. With tensions already boiling over, especially after a heated exchange during an exclusive Fox interview, fans are expecting an explosive showdown as Davis looks to silence the doubts and get his payback.
What is he in for this Saturday night?
I rule a weekend. I rule a weekend for sure. He just doing what he have to do, trying to psych himself out for the fight and things like that. But come off the fridge, it's all about skill versus skill, and who had the better skill that night is going to be the victorious person.
Davis's recent draw against Lamont Roach has cast a shadow over his once rising status in the boxing world. Once hailed for his knockout power and flawless record, he now finds himself under a wave of scrutiny and skepticism. Boxing analyst Tim Bradley didn't mince words, stating that Davis's name is in the mud following the fight's outcome, and stressed that Davis must act fast to redeem himself. Bradley also boldly predicted that the rematch won't last more than 6 rounds, putting even more pressure on Davis to come back stronger and prove he's still a force to be reckoned with.
Like a real businessman now, you know? He's not all loud and crazy like he was. He's kind of calmed it and tamed it down a bit. So I respect that with Ryan, man, and I think he's gonna be a lot more focused now, and he's actually gonna go and train, and he's gonna definitely put on a show, and I think he's gonna win, man. I think he's gonna win by knockout.
How long does that fight go, in your opinion?
It won't go past 6.
Wow, everyone's been saying that.
I don't think it goes past 6.
Why?
What's up, fam?
Why do you guys think it?
Nah, there's too many hoes in the game of too many hoes. Can improve in or improve on, and you know they're gonna come back and they're gonna put their best foot forward, bro. But like, look, if this shit don't motivate you, Tank, you know the fact you got to draw, the fact that you had a big fight lined up with Jake Paul after this, and now you gotta wait, and now you gotta do this rematch, bro. If this don't motivate you, I don't know what will. You know what I'm saying? Because like his name right now is getting drugged through the mud. You know, and all those fans that was on his side, bro, a lot of them are switching teams now, you know? So, you know, look, he got a lot to prove, not only to himself, but a lot to prove to his fans and his fan base out there. So he go back in there, had his rematch, and he do what he's supposed to do, like he's supposed to do the first time around, then all the shit that happened in the pad, it swept under the rug. Because that's just how, you know, the fans is and the sport is, you know?
Roach is brimming with confidence as he gears up for the rematch with Davis. In a recent interview, he made it clear that he believes in his skills and is fully prepared to step back into the ring. With a calm but determined demeanor, Roach expressed no doubt about his readiness to take on Davis once more.
I feel like you got a certain confidence about this fight that I've interviewed a few different Tank opponents, and everybody gonna say like, yeah, you know, everybody say this shit. That's what you're supposed to say, right? Like, I'm going into a fight. I don't think people thinking they're gonna lose. But it just feels like you have a different confidence than most other people. Where do you feel like that comes from?
that's just how I'm wired, bro. I ain't never backed down from nothing. I damn sure ain't never wanted to come second to anything. So,
For Lamont, Roach Sr., father and trainer of Roach, praised his son's unwavering dedication to training and preparation ahead of the rematch. While he expressed some uncertainty about Davis's current mindset and the official date of the bout, he remains confident in his son's focus, discipline, and readiness to rise to the occasion.
Like I expected, but I knew my son was game. Training camp, he was so focused and locked in. I knew that we was gonna put on a great performance, and it was kind of like stolen away from him a little bit with the decision. But the world got to see how good he is, so that's the blessing to come out of this. So he really stamped himself in the boxing world more so with this performance. So like I say, that's why it's bittersweet.
Is it
We get it. We talked to the team. You know, he fresh off. He fresh off this fight just like everyone else. You know what I'm saying? He might be talking off some whispers or things like that, but I don't know his plans. I don't know his management team and stuff like that. But I know the fans want the rematch, and you should get the fans what they want.
Do you think we could see a rematch take place back in Washington now?
That'd be great. Why not? They just broke the Barclay gate, so I think it'll sell out fast back home.
The first clash between Davis and Roach ended in a majority draw, a result that stirred heated debate across the boxing world. Prominent promoter Eddie Hearn didn't hold back, asserting that Davis should have lost the bout and that a point deduction was justified. The controversial outcome has only intensified calls for a rematch, with fans and analysts alike demanding a definitive resolution to settle the score once and for all.
Fight Gervonta.
Maybe not. I mean, I think he's had a result, to be honest with you, because one, he should have lost the fight. I mean, he should have had a point deducted. There's no doubt about that. But two, people criticised the Roach fight. I knew it would be a good fight because we know Roach is a good fighter, but people in boxing know that Roach is a good fighter. Now it's giving him another fight. Because if he would have beaten Roach, he's kind of backed in a corner to fight Shakur Stevenson, I think. But now he's got a rematch that's actually much bigger than the first fight. So yeah, I think he'll be more switched on for this maybe, but Roach is a good fighter.
Trainer Greg Hackett recognized just how competitive the first fight was, admitting that predicting a winner for the rematch is no easy task. He emphasized that both fighters have shown the skill, heart, and drive needed to come out on top, which adds to the excitement surrounding their next showdown. Echoing that sentiment, Julian Gonzalez pointed out that Davis and Roach are both determined to leave no doubt this time, making the rematch a true battle between evenly matched.
You got to learn from the first fight. And you got to bring something different, but at the same time, you still got to be careful. That goes for both sides. You can't pick a winner. The fight was too good. You can't pick a winner. I see where Lamont neutralized Tank, and I see where Tank neutralized Lamont. Somebody gotta go even further. This might be one of them Jones, man. We might see 3 of these. No bullshit. We might see 3 of these Jones.
Is this a lesson of boxing?
Renowned female boxer Claressa Shields has highlighted the importance of mental health ahead of the Davis-Roach rematch. Expressing concern over Davis's recent aggressive remarks, Shields suggested he consider therapy to address any underlying issues. She believes that focusing on his mental well-being won't just help Davis outside the ring, it could also elevate his performance inside it.
I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older now or what, but I feel like Gervonta is a hell of a fighter, but he needs to get his mental together. When I hear some of his interviews and I see some of the stuff that he's saying, I can just tell that he's not in love with the sport no more. I can tell that he didn't get his just due. I mean, it was crazy to hear that he said he got evicted out of a house or something like that. And I was just like, what in the world? And like that type of stuff, when you've been fighting and knocking people out and fighting main events. I mean, he fought four main events here at T-Mobile against some of the best fighters. And it's just like, to see that he got evicted from his home and all this other stuff. Now he got kids and, you know, he's not signed with TMT
Mayweather.
Promotions, anymore. It's like when I hear him talk, he's like he want to be a nicer guy for his daughters, and he don't want to be
therapy.
I think he would be better and even a better fighter if he went and did therapy like ASAP. Because I can just tell like he's a little sad, he's a little depressed, even before this fight. So I think it'd be a better fight. I think that Lamont has the mental edge. I think anybody right now would have the mental edge over Tank, because to me he just needs to take some serious time to deal with whatever he's having to deal with. Nobody knows what it is, but I mean, me being a fighter, I have done plenty of camps where I was depressed and where I was going through anxiety. So it's not an easy thing to get over, especially when you don't have the support from certain people that you used to have. you're not motivated and stuff like that. So it can be very, very tough. So I just hope that he gets.
Davis chooses to avoid the rematch. Roach already has alternative plans in motion. He's been in talks with Shakur Stevenson and has expressed interest in facing Keyshawn Davis or Vasily Lomachenko, assuming Lomachenko hasn't officially retired.